when I think about being a STEM governor, from some opening remarks, you did have quite a year.
Yeah.
We got AP computer science counting in high school. We got the Common Core rolling out. We got new generation science, and we have a STEM bill. So maybe you'd like to open us up a little bit with how'd you do all that?
Well, first, we got a great STEM community here, and everybody in this room is part of that community, and it's a great team to work with. I guess I'll just talk about first, for any great endeavor, you got to have motivation, right? But the reason we've had some success, and I do think it was a good legislative session for us. We did put $17 million into STEM degree programs at our colleges. We put another $8 million in our special session for aeronautics STEM programs for education. We got our innovation network established bill through. We've got good acceptance with Randy Dorn's leadership of our next gen science standards, who's helping us keep us on the beam to have an aggressive science core curriculum. So I do think we've had a good year, and the Huskies won the Apple Cup too. So I want to add that on. It has been a good year, but the reason is look, if we don't get STEM here in the state of Washington, nobody in the solar system will get STEM, because we're fourth, per capita in STEM jobs today, and your company certainly is an exhibit A of how that can be successful. But we're still 46th in the production of postgraduate degrees in STEM fields of our own children. And we know we've got a long ways to go in K through 12 as well. So this is, if not here, then nowhere is a group going to get this. So we've got a great group that's pushing this ball, and I'm happy to be part of it.
You mentioned the STEM legislation, which we were all so excited to see go through. That really is about building networks, but also getting the momentum around this. How is the implementation of that endeavor going?
Well, good. The next week or so, we're going to get the names out of the people engaged in it, and it's going to do a lot of good things. Let me just get my oar in for something I hope it really can help us on. It's going to do a lot of good things from the sort of policy standpoint. But one of the things, and I just want to get my pitch out there as early as I can, particularly those folks in the business community who might be here, I think perhaps our greatest hidden challenge in STEM is to get students to recognize why STEM is important in their lives in general. Clearly, we got to get good instruction, we got to get good curriculum, we got to get access to DNA sequencing machines so they can do what they're doing at Cleveland High School, which is sophomores sequencing DNA. We got all those things in a kind of policy standpoint. But I'm really committed to work with everybody in this room to get mentoring and internship experiences with students so they can see why STEM is relevant to their lives. And I think that's the great missing piece right now of getting people who are 16, 17, 18 years of age to see a job that they can personally see and experience and get to know somebody who's doing it so that they can see the relevance of applied physics and chemistry. And I think that's the part that we really are missing right now. You put your finger on something really important, and that is the geographic part of STEM. Too many, frankly, legislators even today think of STEM as the thing that goes on at Microsoft and maybe in Everett and Renton and Boeing, and that's it. There's like this little STEM, nest of STEM people over in the Seattle area. And that is so not what's going on in the state of Washington right now. So you ask, where is the largest producer of advanced silicon substrate for solar panels in the world today, with a very advanced scientific process of the most energy efficient system in the world today making these systems, is in Moses Lake, Washington at the REC company. The BMW i3 car, arguably one of the most environmentally friendly electric cars in the world, it uses a carbon fiber body, and you know where that carbon fiber is manufactured? In Moses Lake, Washington, with very advanced manufacturing that demands high level of STEM degrees for both design and manufacturing processes. So this is a Washington state effort, and you can encourage kids from Vancouver to Spokane to Pullman to Yakima to Moses Lake to be in these fields and stay at home, because these fields are developing at home. Bellingham, Washington, Marysville, Washington, the most durable solar panel made in the world today is made in Marysville, Washington. So you can stay at home and go to the village and have good pie in Marysville and have a great job making advanced solar panels. Closing comment, I want to thank you for what you're doing. It's had a big impact. I think we're moving the needle on this thing. I'll just end the way I started. I would ask all of you to look for ways to try to get your experience to share with a student somewhere, because it's going to do great things to get them to follow your lead. And where I have seen districts do this, it has had an incredible impact. But we do have more work to do. We have work to make sure that all students have access after we finish with them in K through 12, that they can go on should they so desire. And we have big gaps in that regard, both in financial aid and even access to schools. I just mentioned this because there's a lot of things that if we share people's personal stories with legislators, good things will happen. And I encourage you to do that. I want to congratulate your work. So let's keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you.